Before we get into the video, I just want to explain a few different points from my last video. 2 Indians violently assaulted in Tallaght, Dublin. So first and foremost, guys, new information has come to me that said that the person that was supposedly naked and stripped naked and beaten up was actually flashing kids and was a sexual predator in the area, and that's why people beat him up. Now, if that information is true, he should 100% be taken to prison and prosecuted. Second of all, guys, I'm Ireland first all the way. I was even considering changing my YouTube channel name to Ireland First. In no way would I ever put anyone else before the Irish people, because a lot of people were saying, Chris, are you now defending people? No, guys, okay, I'm not defending illegal or legal immigration. Legal immigration can be actually worse, if not just as bad as illegal immigration, guys. And a lot of people don't understand that. The reason why? Because you're not putting your own people before others, guys. You're not putting your own people before other people. And of course, that is a travesty when it comes to things like economics. You know, you're losing money. There's only a certain amount of resources in the country. So you can't basically supply everyone in the whole country, Indians, whatever. It doesn't really matter, guys. Africa, Middle Eastern, Gypsies, it doesn't really matter, guys. If you're coming to the country to work even, you know, there's only a limited amount of resources. You should always put your own people first. This is the kind of thing that people are trying to get pissed off about, guys. You know, legal immigration is not good either, okay? Legal immigration can destroy the culture, the heritage of a country, and it doesn't put Ireland first, okay? Always put your own people first. Now, if there's certain really high skill jobs, brain surgeon, this kind of thing, that you need to bring people in for that, bring in a few different people. But the amount of people that we have here in Ireland, there's simply just too many people, guys. There's simply just too many numbers now. And, you know, our fair share has been taken and it's gone absolutely crazy, the immigration in Ireland, 100%. So for anyone saying that I was agreeing with bringing people in or legal immigration, if you're here to help the country, that's not how it goes, guys. Okay, there are certain social factors and economic factors that make legal immigration not good. Of course, illegal immigration is as well terrible. Okay, that's illegal is illegal. You're breaking the law. You shouldn't be here in the first place. But just in regards to legal immigration, I just wanted to put that one out there. So let me know your thoughts on that, guys. Okay, that Indian video completely went crazy. People were losing the run on themselves completely and weren't really taking anything I was saying into account, okay? So hopefully that clears things up for everybody. So like I said, that guy that was exposing himself to children, of course, was an absolute scumbag, guys, and should be arrested. But, you know, it brings up the bigger question, guys. You know, is legal immigration good for Ireland? Like I said, I don't think so. Okay, there's just too many people, not enough resources, destroys heritage. But we have a picture here from Real News Era, of course. He says the Indians are the driving force in the housing crisis and they're laughing at us. And yeah, guys, it makes the housing crisis worse. When there's too many people applying for jobs in your country, it just makes everything 10 times worse. So one guy says in this sort of Reddit group chat, he says, I went out to the balcony and saw 2 different groups playing cricket on the ground. Some Indian kids were playing in the balcony next door. India chants were coming from the balcony and there were Indians smoking cigarettes. Okay, I came here thinking I was going to get the international Irish experience. And of course, that's not going to happen, guys. Like Dublin is basically, it's mostly Indian people now, okay? Plain and simple, you know, it just is, guys. 85% of my new estate are Indians. We truly are taking over, laughing face. There is one estate in Greater Dublin area with 100% Indians. I mean, it's just like, yeah, guys, I mean, if you think that there's sort of an issue with illegal, you should absolutely take an issue with legal immigration. Legal immigration is not good when there's too many people. Like I said, very specific, you know, minor jobs if you're working for Google, you know. But the thing about these companies as well is, I was talking to a recruiter from Google in Dublin, a Canadian lady, okay? She was in Galway. I just met her in the pub. And she said to me that they only hire Americans and Europeans. There's not one Irish person working at Google. So, you know, you think these big multinational American companies are going to hire the locals? That is just not going to happen, man. Okay, plain and simple. So the next video we have here, of course, is from Newry in Northern Ireland. And it says, any building linked to housing illegal migrants is going up in flames in Newry. This is the second one in many weeks. Okay, like I said, guys, I've done tons of videos from the Republic of Ireland and the North of Ireland of these iPass centres getting just set on fire. Every single time that they try and put people into these iPass centres, they just set them on fire, guys. It's absolutely crazy. You're losing housing for the local populace and you're potentially causing damage, you know, millions of euros of damage. It's just crazy, guys. So
it's not to see the old building burned down here in Abbey Yard. police are still here.
So Abbey Yard burnt down again in Newry. I mean, it's just absolutely crazy, lads. Like, it just seems like anytime they try and enact any of this stuff, you know, bad things happen. You know, there's a downside to bringing in illegal immigrants, this mass invasion of UN and the EU sort of migration. Here we have a legal immigrant randomly stabbed 4 people in London and 1 person has died. I mean, this is an everyday occurrence. Of course, I think London is a complete failed state. It's a completely travesty. So, you know, we don't want to be taking anything from the UK. We need to learn lessons from the UK about what not to do. Second news story we have, amazing news story. It says the man that shot Private Sean Rooney, the hero, the legend that fought for God and for Ireland, is now basically getting the death sentence in Lebanon. Okay, so it says a man has been sentenced to death in Lebanon after he was convicted for his part in the killing of Irish peacekeeper Private Sean Rooney, who was shot dead while serving in the region in December 2022. So I believe 2 Irish army soldiers from the UN, okay, the peacekeepers, were shot when they basically went astray. Their convoy, they were driving through Lebanon, through Beirut, I believe, and their sort of convoy went astray. And for those who don't know, there are certain elements of Hezbollah who are a terrorist group in Lebanon, okay, and these are the people that shot our peacekeeper troops, so they are scumbags, guys. Okay, Hezbollah and these people, and if you ever see them waving flags in Ireland, because I've seen it before, guys, I've seen people waving Hezbollah flags in Ireland, these people are scumbags, and they don't understand what they're doing, guys. Okay, we have our own private here that got shot dead, RIP to the family. Completely horrendous, guys, completely horrendous. So we have another amazing news story here, guys. This one is more homegrown. We have Billie Eilish here, and it says that Billie Eilish came out as an ethno-nationalist last night. Okay, so she said it's cool to go somewhere and everyone looks exactly like you. Her last name basically is O'Connell. So Billie O'Connell, I believe she's like 100% Irish. Let's hear what she says about Ireland, because she was literally yesterday concert in Dublin, and it's cool to see Irish artists shouting out Ireland, you know.
These are my friends Ava and Jane right here. This venue is very different from all the venues I've played on this tour. Usually there's like a crowd all over there and I'm in the center of the room, and so it's very different and fun to have you all on my right side. It's awesome. Well, as you guys know, I'm Irish, so it's cool to be here. Obviously, I am not from here, obviously, but it's really cool to come somewhere and like everybody looks exactly like you.
She says, of course I'm Irish. She's from the US, of course, but she is 100% ethnically Irish, I believe. And she says right there, it's really cool to come somewhere where everybody looks like you. Now, I'm sure the local populace of Dublin would not agree with that, okay? Dublin has just changed radically, guys.
You're all just as pasty as me. Seriously, it's so amazing. It makes me feel so seen. And, yeah, I don't know. Also, like, 1,000 of my relatives are in the crowd right now, I'm pretty sure. Thank you for coming. Thank you for having me here. I love it here. It's so beautiful, and you are all so beautiful. And I see so many familiar faces out there. Again.
So she said, man, that's crazy. I didn't actually know that Billie Eilish was Irish. I didn't even know that, guys. But very, very cool. She said everyone's all just as pasty skin as her. Damn, that could be considered, a lot of the liberals would consider that as, yeah, ethno-nationalist or racist. You know, I'm sure the liberals will come out and say something about this. Okay, Billie Eilish is not exempt from the firing line of the crazy woke Marxists. Okay, but yeah, very cool, man. You know, Billie Eilish is actually a good singer. I've reacted to a lot of songs by her on my channel because I used to do music reactions, and I still do some music reactions that I really like, some artists, but amazing, guys. Billie Eilish is cool. She's good in my book. Okay, guys, the last story we have here is a pretty depressing one. This has 7 million views, and this basically is a gay child sex offender was able to legally purchase a baby okay, and then basically got, he documented the baby for a few different years, 6 or 7 years, but then he actually abused the child and is now in prison. So it's absolutely horrendous. I didn't even want to react to this, but it's crazy, guys. So here are the two dads, here are the two parents. They're legally allowed to own this child, which is, you know, up for debate, guys. I don't really know. So this guy then got a primary offense, a tier 1 sexual offense, guys, of children. I mean, it's absolutely crazy how that can even be. It's kind of depressing, actually, just watching this. You know, the child is obviously completely distraught and destroyed for his whole life. I would also argue that it's probably better to have a mom and a dad rather than having two men raise you, that kind of thing. You know, the woman can definitely relate better to you, especially growing up. But absolutely horrendous, guys. Absolutely horrendous video. So that's all the news stories over the weekend and the last couple of days. I mean, yeah, guys, should two men own a baby? I mean, it's so strange, guys. It's so strange how, you know, they're able to do this, and then there's no sort of, you know, checkup, and the child gets destroyed for life. You know, it's absolutely destroying. If you get something crazy happen to you when you're young, your whole life is finished, guys. You know, so count your blessings if you're lucky to have that never happen to you. Okay, because I'm lucky that nothing ever crazy like that happened, guys. And for the people that did happen to it, it's just horrendous, guys, and they can feel the pain of this. So yeah, absolutely horrendous. Let me know your thoughts. I love you all. If you want to support me, push back into mainstream media, because these news stories will not be on RT, News Talk, Joe.ie, or Virgin Media. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Peace.